Remote tools. A very important topic, remote support. Let's say that this is the internet. Okay, that is the internet. And you are here. Okay. Now your network is over here. Okay. That is your firewall. Is connected to a switch. And then let's say you have a server and an access point. Okay. Okay. That's a really nice access point. You are over here and you want to, that's not a good kernel. Let's use that one. So you are here and you want to, I don't know, change something on this access point. What are your options? Well, this access point supports Telnet and SSH, okay? And maybe you can browse to it. The most popular way of doing it is that you will VPN into your network. VPN, Virtual Private Network, okay? This is something we'll cover in CCNA security, so please feel free to go there. And I will not talk about this solution in details. The idea is that you can connect to your network in a way that your PC thinks it is over here. So it is like being here, okay? It is like being here, okay? That's what you want to do. In most cases, that's how you access your network. That's the most secure way of doing it. You could connect to this access point directly. For instance, you can open some ports and connect to this access point directly. It is acceptable if you use SSH, but still, VPN is a better option. For instance, a lot of companies will do something like that. You will VPN to the network, so it means you will connect to this network, yeah, and then you will connect to a server, okay, using Active Directory username and password. And this is like a Jambox, something that you will use to connect to an access point. And now I'll show you how I did that in my network, and you will see, oh, you're crazy. Why do you need all these ways in? Yeah, because I have I think at least 5 or 6 different ways of connecting to my network. So first of all, I have 2 firewalls. So it's like that. This is a Cisco ASA, and that is Zyxel. Let's just say USG50, okay, because that's a better name. On my ASA, I have an SSL portal. So it means I can see a website and connect from this website. I can connect to a server, I can connect to an access point wherever I want. And I have IPsec VPN enabled on it as well. Okay? There is AnyConnect, but I will not talk about ASAs here. So on ASA, I've got 2 different VPN flavors. Okay? If this site is down, on USG50, I have VPN, but this time it's L2TP. It's not very important what that is. If you're interested, we'll talk about all these things when we get to CCNA security. But this is a protocol that uses IPsec as well. Okay, so I can VPN to this firewall or through this firewall, and then thanks to that, I can connect to any device I want. Okay. If that's not enough, and maybe I can't connect directly, because sometimes IPsec will be blocked in some places, yeah? What I have some remote tools on this server, yeah? Remote tools, what I mean is, for instance, Radmin or VNC, they are like local tools. So we'll talk about it in a sec. We'll use Radmin as an example. But these tools are server client based. So it means that a server is running on this box, and then I use a client to connect to it, a connection like that. Okay. In most cases, you have to open your firewall and make some changes on these boxes. Another solution is when you go to a server on the internet. Yeah. So for instance, TeamViewer. Yeah. If you have TeamViewer here and TeamViewer here, it works like that. Just change the color. You will go to a TeamViewer server, let's say in the USA, and then this server will negotiate a connection here. Okay? So it's like a man in the middle, yeah? So that's why, for instance, a lot of companies, they do not like tools like that, because why? Because you're not in control, yeah? I like TeamViewer. I've been using TeamViewer for a very long time, and I respect this company, and I'm okay with everything that they do. But still, they say, we encrypt everything and so on. And yeah, I'm sure they're not going to, try and see what's inside. And of course, they use strong encryption. Unfortunately, for many companies, it's not good enough. Yeah, it is a server somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You're not in charge, so we don't like it. Still, VPN into your network, and then you can connect to a server, and from this server you can use, for instance, Radmin. Just get rid of all these things. I have, 3 servers now, but 2 Windows servers, and I have a Radmin running on this one. And of course, this is a Windows server. That's Windows Server 2008. So you can ask, why do you use a tool like that if you could use RDP? Okay. And on this one, I think I had VNC. Don't remember. I think I changed it to Radmin. But RDP, yeah, what's wrong with RDP? RDP is great, but the good thing about applications like Radmin and VNC is that you can access them when Windows Server is booting up. So you can, RDP is not available yet, but these tools in most cases will give you a very good idea what's going on. So you can see the screen before RDP is available. RDP is a protocol that, will be available when server is ready. Yeah. Radmin and VNC, they run as a service. Yeah. So it means if this service has started, you will see what's on the screen. Yeah, which is awesome. And now let's talk about some of these tools in details. And I am going to use a very, very popular tool, which is Radmin, to show you how it works. I have a connection with my laptop using Radmin, and I have a Tight VNC, which is a free version of VNC. There is real VNC, but it's licensed. So a lot of people use Tight VNC. By the way, Radmin it's really funny because when you Google, I show you that. So for instance, if you try and Google Radmin faster, you will see even Google will say Radmin faster than RDP, Radmin faster than VNC. And they claim on their website as well that it's the fastest. I think they say it's one of the fastest applications on the market. I'm connected with, let's just connect with Radmin first. And that is my local area network, and that is Tight VNC. So you will see show IP interface brief. So you can see it is not smooth. I expect real VNC to be a little faster, but my experience with real VNC, I like it, but sometimes it is slow. in my opinion. It's not bad, but okay. So that's what you can see with tight VNC and with Radmin viewer. So I have this connection in place. We'll talk about usernames and passwords. I think I created Cisco 6. Okay, and I will do the same with Radmin. Show IP interface brief. Yeah, you can see it is much faster. It's like being on this PC. And actually, this connection is really slow. This is a pretty old laptop, and I think it negotiated like crazy, 2 megabits per second or something. Let me show you. Now it's 9. Yeah, still very slow. 9 megabits per second. It's really slow. Yeah, I read a little about Radmin, and that's what people say, that it's really fast. So if you have a slow connection, people say, yeah, go for this tool because it's the fastest that you can get. That's what people say. First of all, it is the idea is that you have a server and you have a viewer. So you put a server on a PC or on a server that you want to manage. So in this case, I put a Radmin server on my laptop because I want to manage this laptop remotely. Well, the only problem with that is that it's licensed per PC or per server. So you have to take that into consideration, but they have really nice discounts. So for instance, if your company, if you have a company and you want to support your users remotely, then of course you will go for a special license, and you will get a nice discount. On my local PC, all I did, I downloaded a Radmin viewer. And the good thing about viewers, and it applies to all applications, VNC is the same, you can install it, or it is a zipped file, which is awesome because you don't have to have admin rights, for instance, or anything like that in most cases to have it on your PC, and you're not going to break anything. Yeah? So it is a portable version, which is awesome. Radmin. Okay, so what you can do on the server, so first of all, you can decide if you want to start Radmin with your PC. And the default option, and the option that you should always keep, is of course automatic. Yeah, you want to do it. Yeah. Then in options, you can change your default port, so it uses 4899. So for instance, if I don't know, your PC uses this port for something else, then you can change this port. And this is a pretty unique port, so that should be okay, but you know, you never know. Yeah. And some more advanced options. It is a very good idea when you play with this application. By the way, they give a 30-day trial, so you can play with it for 30 days and see if you like it. It is a very good idea to go through all these options. It's not only that, oh yeah, there is something. No, just read what's there, because this is something that you might need, and say, oh, it makes sense to do that. Yeah, I didn't know it was possible. Yeah, in many cases, you know, you need a feature and it is there, but you have never checked that. Yeah, so make sure that you do that. Okay, and permissions. So what you can do, you can have local permissions, so Radmin permissions, and we can add a new user. Yeah, so test. The only thing I don't like is that they force you to use 6 characters. I know it's secure and so on, but you know, okay, yeah, let's say they know better. 6 characters. Still, you should use a longer password, but it doesn't matter. You have test, yeah, and now what you can do, you can decide what this test user can do. You can say that this test user can transfer files only. Yeah, so it will not be able to see the screen. It will not be able to send a message. Yeah, it's really good. Or you can use Windows NT security. So then you have your groups and users. Okay, and I am running a trial version at the moment. And as you can see, there are no complaints. I really like it that, you know, they don't lock it down. I know some companies do that. It's, you know, okay, give me that for even 14 days, But don't lock it down, just let me play with all features. If I like it, I'll buy it. But if you don't allow me to test all things, then I don't know if I like it. Yeah, so that is a good idea that, you know, as you can see, I connected to it and it didn't complain, didn't say, oh, by the way, you can't use this, you can't set up permissions. That's good. What we can do, we can open a chat. We can send a message to a user. Okay, shut down our remote PC. Be very careful with that. Send Ctrl+Alt+Delete. So when we do that, remote PC should receive Ctrl+Alt+Delete. Okay, and we can send all these shortcuts as well. Yeah, so we can. Oops, I locked it. Broke it. I fixed one thing, because not sure if you noticed when I clicked on Ctrl+Alt+Delete it didn't work. I don't like to leave things like that, and I just googled it. I found it on their website. It's really nice actually that it was the first link showing how to fix it. So they say that in some cases you can't really use this shortcut, and you have to go to your local group policy. Yeah, just I can use Ctrl. It's really important because from here you can access your task manager or log off, switch user. It's really important to have that feature. The last thing I want to show you is on their website. It was, where was it? Oh, it's here. It's really nice. I really don't have time to test if it's really true, but it looks really impressive. So what they did, they took, for instance, in this case, their application and real VNC, and they just opened screensaver, okay? And they want to show you that, you know, Radmin is much faster than, in this case, VNC, and they did that against big names like TeamViewer or real VNC. Let's check TeamViewer. Actually, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so you just use the same screensaver. Will they use anything else? Oh yeah, so I want to show you the pictures and that it changes fast. Okay, yep. So that's I googled as well before recording this video, that people say that Radmin is really fast. Again, what's wrong with RDP? Okay, RDP is a native application. Okay, so you could use that in Windows, and yeah, that is true. But the problem with RDP is that a user will not see the screen. Yeah, RDP allows you to connect to a device remotely, but a user will not be able to see anything on the screen when you are connected, and that is not good for a remote session. Yeah, the idea is to connect to a user and ask him, okay, what's the problem? As I said, Radmin, they offer a 30-day trial. So yeah, try it free. Just give it a try, download, play with it, see if you like it. And then, of course, you can go and buy it online. Yeah, and they have many licensing options, but that applies to everybody. I know VNC, for instance, they offer, I don't know how they call it, a home license or something. That is much cheaper than Radmin. But as far as I remember, it's pretty limited. Give it a go. This website is pretty good. It's not only that we'll show you all features and, you know, say that our application is the best. It's pretty okay because they you know, for instance, security. Yeah, so it's not like, well, we use AES and that's it. Yeah, no. They really show you in details what we do and how we have achieved all these things. And there is a really nice support page as well, showing you literally everything that you need. And of course you can go for you can open a ticket with them, or any discussion board, because this is a very, very popular application. I think it's VNC and Radwin, the main two applications that, well, not to miss anything. Yeah, so I think, of course, there are hundreds of applications that are available, so please feel free to. I think one that I use is LogMeIn as well. That is not on the list as far as I can see. The best way, if you want to play with it, just download a trial version of every single application. Read online what people say, if you like it, because sometimes it all depends what you need. Yeah, the most important thing is an application should be fast and secure. Okay, I agree that these two things are the most important ones. Yeah, having a nice chat window, yes. Having a fast way to send files, yes. But if my application is slow and it's not secure, then it's not good. You should know all these tools, and it's very easy to play with them because they offer free trial versions. You can download, play with it, see if you like it, go and buy it. That's it.